welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an industrial double or single style curtain rod. You can find all of the parts at Lowe's, but I'm also going to have all of the parts listed down below so you can make a curtain rod that looks just like the one that was in the intro. But first things first, I decided to make my own because the ones that I found online were made out of cheap plastic and didn't look authentic. So I figured a curtain rod like this would help to bring in some of that. But I had a problem to fix. Number one, the bedroom faces east, so in the morning I get blasted by the sun at 7 a.m. and it wakes me up instantly. So I needed a blackout solution. One of the great things about an industrial style curtain rod is that it gives you more full coverage to black out light because it curves around the corners. Another problem we had to solve was that his bedroom faces the courtyard. So I kid you not, I could be lying in bed and be at eye level with one of the neighbors bringing in groceries and have a conversation, which was just f***ing weird. Hence the double curtain rod. The second rod allows me to put sheer privacy curtains over it, which is great because we can see outside and it doesn't block any of the lighting, but from outside you can't see in. So the double curtain rod solved both of those problems. Okay, so the parts you're gonna need for the single curtain rod are 1 3/4 inch galvanized pipe, the kind that you screw parts into. And you can choose the length of it depending on how long you need it for your project. 2 3/4 inch 90-degree elbows, 2 3/4 inch floor flanges, 2 3/4 inch closed nipples. Now, if you're making a double curtain rod, you are going to need 1 3/4 inch galvanized pipe. Again, you choose the length depending on how long you need it for the project. 1 1/2 inch galvanized pipe, the same length as the 3/4 inch one. You want your pipes the exact same length. 2 3/4 inch 90-degree elbows, 2 3/4 inch floor flanges, 4 3/4 inch closed nipples, and 2 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch reducing trees. All right, now I'm gonna show you how I made mine. All right, so at this point I went to Lowe's and I just picked up the parts that I needed.
Yeah, 3/4 inch, right? 3/4 inch floor plan?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You need 2 of them?
Yeah, I need 2.
Oh,
There's 2 in there. Okay, so this part is optional, but I decided to paint the pipe because I didn't like the color of it. So in order to do this, you first do primer, then your color, then a sealer. But first you have to prep the surface. So the first thing that I did was I took this dirty ass rag and I wiped off the pipe to make sure that there wasn't any grease or crap left over on it. And then I went and sanded the surface to give it some kind of texture so that the paint could adhere. Then I went in with my primer and I just made sure to coat that in its entirety. And then I went in with my gold metallic color and again coated the whole thing. And then I forgot to record it, but I put a gloss coating over the top of it so it wouldn't chip. Okay, so now it's time to put it together. So the first thing you do is you're gonna take this 3/4 inch elbow and you're gonna match it up with your 3/4 inch galvanized pipe. And then you're just gonna screw it in. Make sure you make that tight, son. And just keep rotating it. Get it to where it needs to be. And then you're gonna get this reducing tree, the 3/4 inch one. And honestly, I spray painted this all put together. And so I put the nipple on this side and I sealed that shit shut so I couldn't undo it. But yeah, you're just gonna put the 3/4 inch nipple into the 3/4 inch reducing tree. And then you're gonna screw that nipple into that 3/4 inch elbow. Again, just screwing that in tight and also aligning it so that I can put the pipe on later. That'll make sense in a second here. Then I took this 3/4 inch floor flange and again this nipple was stuck, but you just put a 3/4 inch nipple into it, same as the last one. And then you match the nipple up with the 3/4 inch reducing tree and just kind of roll that until it's tight enough. Then you're gonna go in with that 1/2 inch hole, whatever that thing is called. And then you're just gonna take this 1/2 inch galvanized pipe and you're gonna screw it in. Now this part is actually important that you screw it in tight. It'll make sense in a second. And then I chose these little rings that had clips on the end of them to go onto the pipes because once you seal the other end of it and you mount it to the wall, you can't take the pipe off like a normal curtain rod because this is actual like plumbing piping. So either put your curtains on now that you need or get these ones where you can change out the curtains. Then I just repeated the same process where I put this 90-degree elbow on, and then I just screwed that in tight. Then again, the same nipple was stuck on the other side because, of course, matching it up with that 3/4 inch. I'm just repeating the process over again in case you missed it. And then you're gonna get that, again, that floor flange with the nipple that's also stuck, and screw it in tight as well. And now this is the important part. So remember how we screwed in this 1/2 inch pipe really tight? So the reason for that is so that you can get this pipe to screw into the other side. So it's screwed in real tight here, and then all the way down here, you can see it's loose. So now you can fit it, and now you can kind of untighten the other side, and subsequently by untightening that side, then you are able to tighten it into this side. This is the ghetto way, and it is not recommended. But that being said, if you do a drywall screw, you're gonna have to put a hole in the wall anyways. So if you miss, it's not that big of a deal because the drywall screw is gonna go into the hole that you already made. So if you go in here and you can't find it, if you don't have a stud finder, it makes a different noise depending on where it is. So it's gonna sound more hollow where there's no stud because it's just drywall and then blank space. And then once you hit a stud, it's gonna sound more firm. You can hear the difference. So like over here, that's more hollow, but then it's gonna change the sound. So this sounds different than that. Can you hear it or no? That means there's a stud in there.
Yeah.
So that means you're not likely going to need a drywall screw.
And usually when you frame a window, you frame the frame at the side of the window goes all the way up to the floor.
Yeah, it's gonna
and the
go up
ceiling.
here. It's just a matter of how wide your frame goes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ended up having to get extenders to drill it into the wall because there was tight crevices and the drill couldn't fit within the corner. When you see packaging like this, it can be pretty difficult to cut with scissors because sharp edges and it's the packaging from hell, right? Well, you can take a can opener.
I should do it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can see me renovating my boyfriend's place so that I can move in.